Hello guys, it's me Prince Dynamic and I welcome you to another Photoshop tutorial. And in today's tutorial we're going to be doing something special. So you're going to be designing alongside with me. We're going to be creating a simple design together. I found some images online. I found 2 images online that I'll just love us to do something very simple. Trust me, it's going to be very simple, but it's going to mean a lot because, like I always say, less is more when it comes to designing. Less is more. So, but before we go into today's tutorial, if you're new to my page, please do well to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so as to get notified whenever I drop a new content. And if you are already an existing subscriber, welcome back. Do well to give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any comments you can drop them. I'll do well to reply every comment, and don't forget to follow me on every of my social media platform as well. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into the design. Alright guys, so I already downloaded some couple of images, stock images that I would like us to use. As you can see, I have image of 2 oranges here, and I also have the mock-up of the juice. This is how it looks like downloading it originally. So I was gonna add this. So if you don't know how to use a mock-up, you can check out my videos. You can check out my video, where I taught how to edit mock-up. So I just want to make this tutorial as quick as possible. We're focusing on creating a creative design, not editing mockups. So if you don't know how to do that already, there's a video. Just check the list of my videos. You'll find one that was going to teach you how to use and edit mockup. So without any further ado, let's get started. So I already did this mockup. I already edited this mockup. Excuse me. So I already edited this mockup, and I'm going to name it as juice. So let's go ahead and create. Okay, we have the oranges here, we have the file. So let's go ahead and create a new file. Custom, create. Then I'm going to go ahead and drag this in. Yeah, I'm going to drag this in. I'm going to reduce it a little bit. Then I'm going to zoom out. So the first thing I want to do is to create our background. So let's love to create my background by going over to the adjustment layer and adding a gradient adjustment layer. So as you can see, I'm just going to select the one that says 2 colors. So I'm going to try to edit the first color. I'm going to sample this. Let's do this. Let's just do something cool. You can just go for a color that works for you, but I want it to be orange. So I'm just going to work with this, but I'm going to make it deeper a little bit. Yeah, okay, so I think this works for me. So I'm going to change the orientation because I want the darker part to be down. Yeah, so I can do -90. Then the scale, I'm going to increase the scale and so to be bright. So I think let's do 200, scale of 200. Then okay, so yeah, let's work on this bottle first. It's looking off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to filter. I'm going to go over to camera raw filter, and I'm going to adjust the likes of temperature, then vibrance. Yeah, vibrance to somewhere around, let's do 60. I just want it to be around figure. Let's do 60. Increase the saturation by 10. Yeah, I think that's cool. Let's make it 5 so we don't change it from orange to something else. So okay, let's do. Okay, so you can see that it is now looking better, I guess. So the next thing we'll do is we're going to bring in all of these images. So let's go ahead and drag the first one. So I'm going to take away all this white. So I'm going to use my magic wand tool to take out the whites. It's not going to be so perfect because I'm trying to speed up this tutorial so as not to waste your time. So I'm just going to take out the whites. That is what you do. Also, if you like to practice along, I've left a link in the description so you can download all of these resource files so you can design along with me. Yeah, so we've done that, we've taken out the white. So the next thing I want to do is I want to make these edges nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press down my Control or Command key, then I'm going to select the layer. I'm going to select the thumbnail here, not this part but this part has the empty space. So I'm going to go over to select, then modify. I'm going to contract by, let's do 4, contract by 4, go over to select again, feather. I'm going to feather by 2, and I'm going to add adjustments. I'm going to add the layer mask. So sorry, I'm going to add the layer mask. So I've done that. You can see that the edge is now better. I can go ahead and convert it to a smart object. Yeah, so I haven't done that. I can go ahead and rasterize it, since it's not a major stuff. It's not like I'm going to reuse it or something. So I don't like these edges, so I'm just going to go ahead and select the blur tool, and I'm going to blur the edges. So you can see that it's instantly blurring the edges. So I'm just going to do that quickly over the edges. I want it to have this soft edges, like this soft edge. I want it to be as soft as possible. Yeah, so I think I've achieved that already. So yeah, I've achieved that. So this orange is looking like this are fertilized, this over fertilized orange, or is it just me? It's looking fertilized. I don't know. It's looking over fertilized. So let's do something to the color. Let's adjust the color. We'll go over to filter, camera raw filter. So under orange, go over to where we have color mixer. Under the hue, the color is currently orange, so we're going to increase the orange to look something like yellow. Yeah, so this is looking like our orange now. So I'm going to increase this saturation. Yeah, yep. So I think I've adjusted the color. The color is now looking better. Sorry, we can make the grains better as well. Let's do something for the green. So let's just increase the saturation of the green. Yeah, so the green is much more better too. So let me do this. Yeah, I'm just going to scale it down. I want it to look something like this. Yeah, it's not so perfect yet, so let's just proceed. Let's bring in the second image. We're going to take out the whites as well. This guy looks like he carries some other things, so let's just use a quick selection tool to select the entire thing itself. It's like he has some, yeah. Then I'm going to do the layer mask as well. So yeah, it's looking pink already. It's looking good. We're beginning to achieve something, but it is not perfect yet. So we're just going to try to make it much more better. So let's duplicate this guy. Make it bigger. I'm just trying to see how I can make it better, really. So nothing special. Let me bring this behind the trees. Looking too big. I don't want it to look bigger than I don't want it to appear bigger than the stuff itself. Let me just flip. Hey, this is good. This is good. Not bad. Let me do one more. Yeah, so I'm gonna flip this now. Then it should look, I want it to look something like this. Let me duplicate this guy and see what this guy will look like here. Not bad too. So it's beginning to look so cool, but it's not cool yet. Like I said, you can always make your designs better. You can always make it better. So what I want to do now is very simple. Now we have all of these images. Let me go ahead and group them together. Yeah, Ctrl T, I'll bring it to the center. Yeah, looks good. So what we're going to do now, like this now, the image is cool. Like basically we are done, but you can always make your design better. And when you are working on stuff that has to do with little manipulations like this, like composite, you have to try as much as possible to make sure that it looks perfect. Like you get the lighting correctly, you get the shadows correctly, and every other things correctly. You try to make sure that everything is perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to adjust the lighting on the body of the design. So the first thing I want to work on, the first thing I notice is let me turn off these layers. Okay, so the first thing I notice is this white parts on this image, which I'm not really cool with. So I'm just going to select the layer. I'm going to add another layer on top, and I'm going to make it a clipping mask. So I'm going to go ahead, pick my brush tool, and I'm going to sample this color. Yeah, I'm going to sample the color, and I'm just going to paint over these parts. Yeah, I don't think I used the right color, but it's not bad. It's not bad too. It's not bad. So let me reduce the opacity. Yeah, I think 80 should work fine. 80 works fine. It looks good. Yeah, 80 looks good. So let's do the same for this part too, this other side, but we can make it much more deeper than the current color. So let's just go for something like this here. Just going to draw over it too as well. Yeah, so it looks better, even though it looks like it has blended completely, but it looks better, right? Yeah, looks like it blended, but it's better. Now let's just take a look at it. Let's take this out. So compare, you can see that the one with this stuff now is looking much more better. Let me see if blending mode will give us something nice. Let's not go so what it is. Let's just leave it the normal way. Like I said, less is more. Alright, so we've done that. We can turn on every other thing back. Everything that we toggled off, we can turn them on back. We can toggle them on back. So now that we have them on, you'd notice that this image is looking good, but something is missing. Now, if you ask me, Prince, what is missing? I'm going to tell you that you've not added enough lighting and shadows to these images. So that is what we're going to do now. We're going to add light and shadows. So now let's look at it from this point of view. If I am trying to snap, like let's assume that we took all of this to a photo studio and we shot this, you're going to see some shadows based on the fact that the light is coming from the front. Like as you're looking at it, that the light is coming from the front. So let's just go ahead and try to imitate that environment by adding shadows and highlight. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing is I want to add shadows behind this guy. This guy is in front of the bottle. So let's go ahead and add shadows. So how do we do that? We're going to add a new layer that's between this orange and the juice. So this is the layer. Let us call it shadow 1. Shadow 1. So let's use, I would have loved to use black, but I think I should use a darker shade of the orange instead. So I'm going for black. I've not tried it before, so I want to see how it looks like. Also, let's make it a clipping mask because we want it to be applied only on the juice. Does it look like it? Is it looking like it? Is it looking like it? Let's zoom out. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I prefer to use black. Let's just use black since black is the color of shadows. Anyways, so it's not a crime if you try things out. So yeah, we've added that, but it looks too thick, so let's just go ahead and reduce it. Yeah, so I think 40 works. 40 works. Yeah, you can use your eraser tool to take out parts you don't want. So this orange is not looking so perfect, as you can see. Let me just go ahead and erase some of its edges, or these white edges that I'm seeing. Yeah, so I think it looks good now. Let's reduce the opacity. No, let's just take off some part of the shadows. So yeah, this looks good. This looks good already. So let's do the same for this guy. I'm going to add a layer, then we'll make sure that it is all resting on the bottom. Everything should be applied on the bottom. So I'm going to make this big, just this size, and I'm going to stamp once, then reduce my opacity, I think 50 should work for this particular image. Yeah, 50 works. 50 works. So now we have others behind. We have the same font as well. So let's do the same. Let's add another. Let's add another. Make it a clipping mask because we want it to be only applied on the bottom. So let's see here. Reduce opacity. Let's see what 50 looks like. Okay, 50 is not giving enough. Let's make it. Let's reduce it more. Alright, so this is cool. Yeah, so this is cool already. To an extent I feel like we are doing too much. Let me see if we can take anyone out. I feel like we're doing too much, because I don't want it to be too much, but you know what, let's just leave it so we don't destroy the entire thing. At least we can get the message itself. Let me do this guy and the shadow. Where's the shadow? Okay, let me reduce this guy and its shadow. Maybe that is why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Let me reduce that guy. Yeah, let me reduce this nigga too. Size. Yeah, I think it's more like it. Yeah, it's looking more like it now. I guess maybe it was just too big. That's what I was feeling. I was feeling somehow about it. So yeah, we've done that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add shadows just here. So the shadow is going to lap on this orange now, since this bottle itself is in front of this particular orange. So we're going to add a layer that's just above the in between the juice and the oranges. So let us say shadow. I don't know, maybe shadow 2 or whatever I'm going to name it. Yeah, so let's do this and let's do this. Yeah, so let me take out these excess parts. So zoom out. For the shadow, you can see the shadow is looking good. Let's just reduce the opacity to somewhere around, I think somewhere around 33 or 35. Let's do 35. Well, let's watch 33. I think somewhere around this works. Anyways, so somewhere around this works. So now you can see that we've added dimensions to it. So if we decide to take out the shadows now, you see how it looks like. If we decide to take out all of those shadows that we thought, you see that the image is not making sense at all. Let me take this guy out. Let me take this guy out. You can see it's just so flat, but with the shadows you're giving it a sense of you're making it better. Like you're giving it this, making it feel like a composite, and you're giving it dimension, so it has this feeling. We are not done yet. We can still make, there's still a lot to do to make it better. So what we're going to do now is I want it to feel like a floating stuff. So let's go ahead and group. Yeah, okay, I've grouped it. So I'm just going to create a shadow somewhere around here, and this is how I want to create a shadow. I'm going to do this. Let me do this. 1, 2 as for the orange, 3 for the bottom, 4 for this particular orange, and the same orange too as well. 5. So I'm going to use Ctrl T to initiate, to toggle this transform, this free transform. Then I'm going to hold down Shift to bring it down. So now let me drag it down. I want it to feel like it is floating. Yeah, so let's reduce the opacity. Yeah, looks cool, right? Yeah, the shadow is not so perfect, but at least you get the logic. So what do I want to do? Let me add a layer mask to it. I would like to fade the edges. So let me just do this. Yeah, this looks cool now. So I like the way it looks like now. I really love the way it looks like. Let me see what increasing the opacity feels like. Yeah, so I like the way it feels now. I can add it to the group as well. So you can see it feels like the bottle is floating. As much as this thing looks cool and perfect, it is not done yet. So what you might be asking me, Prince, okay, so what do you think I should add to this? I'm just going to say what you need now is to add a light behind this entire subject itself. So we can add a light by adding an empty layer space. We can say light. Then, having done that, we're going to sample this color and go for something brighter. Yes, then my brush tool, increase the brush size so somewhere around here, and just stamp. You can see the huge difference that it made. Like, you can see the huge difference that it made. Sometimes I love to put it at the side, depending on what works for you. But this is just so now let's look at it without the light. You can see without the light it looks good, but with the light, like, it's even much more better. So let's see how screen looks like. Screen even makes it much more better. Changing the blend mode to screen, like, brightens things up and makes it much more better. So as you can see, everything's looking cool. So we can go ahead and save this image and start uploading, but there's something else I want to add. So I just want to add a little bit of highlight and shadows. So I'm going back to this. Let me name it orange juice. I'm going to duplicate it. I don't want to tamper with this one, so let me convert this to a smart object. Yeah, so I'm going to add another layer. So I'm going to call this highlights. Yeah, so it's going to be only applied on this layer. Let me take this out. Yeah, so it's going to be applied on this layer. So I'm just going to go ahead and sample this background color, then bring it over here. I hope it works. I'm actually doing it in my head, and this is the first time I'm trying it out. And guess, and like I always see, there's nothing bad when you try out things. So I haven't done that. Let me just give this side like some sense of some kind of highlight. So let me brush on this, and I want to change it to linear dodge. Yeah, linear dodge. Here's the opacity. Yeah, so I'm just trying to brush and give all these parts some highlights, you know, just to make it much more better. Like all these parts that have light already, just trying to add more light to it to make it even much more better. So I think I'll reduce the opacity. Yeah, so I can do the same for these oranges too as well. So these edges here, you can see that it's looking cool. Looking cool already. Yeah, this edge is just the part you should should touch now. Not everywhere though. So sometimes you can go overboard with this if you're not careful. Like this part now doesn't need it. This part now the light is touching here, so you can add to this part too as well. This one to not really, you can add a little bit. So you can see how it looks like now. Now if I take this out, you see what it looks like. Let me reduce the opacity a bit. Let's see what it looks like. So now let me take it out. You see how it looks like. It's perfect. Like, it's cool. You can leave it this way. You can deliver it to your clients even this way. It looks cool. But with the highlights, like, it makes it even much more better. So you can see before, after, before, after, before, after. So you can just make your design better. You can always make it cool. So let me go ahead and these guys and centralize it. I think it's perfect here. Alright, so guys, we've come to the end of this design, and I hope you really enjoyed it. So if you're trying to create this as well, like I said, I already leave a link in the description where you get access to all the resource file that was used in this particular design. So I'm gonna love to see the outcome. I'm gonna love to see what you are also gonna put out. So I look forward to your posts. I look forward to your tags on Instagram, social media. Just do something, be creative, create something and tag me. I would even appreciate if you can look for other fruits and do maybe for watermelon or do this for something different. But if you want to try your hands on this as well, you have the resource file already. Do well to share on social media and tag me. So one more last thing, I always love to process my image. So let me press Shift Option Command E, Control E. So now I have this as an image. I can go ahead and group the rest. So I have this as a single image itself, you see. So I just love to process it. I'll go over to filter. I just love to do little stuff. So over to filter, I'm going to do increase the temperature. Since it's orange, I want it to have this orange hue. I'll increase the temperature by 1, increase the contrast by 10, which is cool. Increase the highlights by 10 too. I think the shadow is cool. Up the blacks to like -10, which is cool as well. Increase the clarity to like 10. Yeah, let me just leave the vibrance. Let me leave the vibrance, or let me just push it up by 5. The saturation by 1. So over to details, I'm going to love to sharpen the image. Yeah, I just did that, sharpen the image. So I'm going to go over to effect. This is the main place. This is exactly where I'm going to. So I always love to add green. I'm going to add green is like 30. Yeah, you can see this grainy look. So like 30, and I'm going to reduce my vignetting, so -10. So just to process the image and make it better. So you can see, guys, this is before, after, before, after, before, after. So you can go ahead, don't forget to add like your signature. So let me add mine. I'm going to say Prince Dynamic. What font should I use? Let me see. Autograph. No, there's even this font I use, Amsterdam. I don't know if I have it here. Yeah, version 3. So this is what I use as my signature all those days. It's kind of is looking somehow already. So let me just adjust it. Let me adjust it. So 0. It's not looking like it's, well, at least try it. So let's just leave it. You can make it small depending on whatever works for you. Let me put it somewhere here. No, I'm not cropping. Alright guys, so we've come to the end of today's tutorial, and I hope you found it useful, and I hope you're able to learn one or two things. So I'm gonna leave you the same way I leave you after every video. Do well to subscribe, do well to leave a like, do well to comment if you have any comments, and don't forget to share with your friends. And also don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Peace out.